Mayor Hettinger has joined Ted Koppel on Nightline. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what the mayor has to say right now to ABC's Nightline.
Who come here to our space camp, and they asked specifically that we say that space camp was not hit. It is not in that area, so those children are safe for those of your viewers from throughout the country who might be worried. But we have about a quarter of a mile stretch, about 3 miles long, where all the damage was done. It's severe damage, a devastating, very powerful tornado.
You know what I have such a hard time understanding, Mr. Mayor? The tornadoes hit this afternoon about, what, 4:30 Central Time, I guess. So we're talking about 5:30 Eastern Time. It wasn't until hours later that we began to hear how bad it was. How long was it before you folks there knew how bad it was?
Well, we knew immediately that we had a very severe problem. As a matter of fact, emergency personnel were coming in from all over the North Alabama area, and the state responded very, very quickly, we feel like. It's a matter of getting into this area. It was at a traffic time where traffic was heavy. It was even difficult to get emergency vehicles into the area because of traffic, so we did have a lot of trouble with that.
And what's the situation now? It looks as though it's raining and kind of windy there, but not too serious at the moment. What's the weather like?
You know, it is rainy and windy. It's gotten very cold, of course. The temperatures dropped severely, and we're worried about our workers remaining warm at this point. Although also those who are the 500 or so who we know are displaced, and those that are without power, we've set up emergency shelters. We've got a lot of things happening. The city and the community have stepped in.
Any idea at all of what the property damage is yet?
No, we don't. We'll be tomorrow before we know. It's certainly well into the millions, and we just do not know how much the property damage will be.
Now, sometimes during situations like this, the most dangerous aspect of it is the down power lines. Have those all been dealt with already?
Yes, we had down power lines. All the power has been cut off. The utilities stepped in very quickly to do that. We had gas line problems and gas also, which all of that has been turned off, so that is not dangerous at this point.
All right, Mr. Mayor, just give us a quick recap then of what it is that happened, the injured, the dead, and then we'll let you get back to work, and I very much appreciate you being with us.
Well, thank you for helping us talk about this tragedy. We've seen it in both coasts recently from our community, and we've felt very deeply for them, and we know the nation feels deeply for us. About a quarter of a mile long stretch, 3 miles long, some 14 people fatalities at this point, 285 injured. Those numbers may very well rise as we get more and more into the rubble and we find those injuries and fatalities.
Steve Hettinger, the mayor of Huntsville, Alabama. Many thanks to you, Mr. Mayor, again for being with us, and Godspeed to all the people of Huntsville. You certainly need help tonight.
Thank you for your care.
Now have Amy Whitty, who's out at the Winn-Dixie on Airport Road, to tell us about the damage there. Amy?
Actually, I'm not at the Winn-Dixie. I'm just a little past the Goldboro store. Winn-Dixie is damaged, but it's fared the best. Right now, Al reported just a little while ago that they were looking for one person. That's now been 2 people. They believe there's an employee and possibly a shopper at either a liquor store. We're not quite sure which store, but they're looking in this general area right behind me. You can see lots of heavy cranes are there right now, digging through the rubble, looking, hoping to find a survivor. There's cars in there. There's it's just destroyed. This whole block is destroyed. I had the chance to walk down it, and you would not believe it unless you came here. And I'm sure by the time the sun comes up, we're going to see a lot more damage that we did not